So we're here to talk through this Araf puzzle by Murat and Tonta called Clock. And what I'm seeing are 24 clues. There are the 12 in the clock itself that go 1 through 12, and then these 12 clues in the corners, and the 7s and 8 look the most important for two reasons. First, we've got groups where the 7 all touch each other, so we're going to have to be distinct groups, but 7s can never join with 8s anyway. So as I just cycle through all my available colors, we'll see we're coloring in looks like 8 groups on the left side of the grid, and there's actually a 9th group right over here. None of these are going to be the same groups, and we'll see that that forces some of the first tension of this grid where these groups are going to be growing out from these spaces. This 7 also can't join over to a 6, and you'll see if it came down this edge, it would be isolating itself away from the red. So the first real connection we can make is the 7 has to come up to the 9. That means that the 7 on this corner has to come up, and that means this 8 has to come over, and doing that we'll see this is coming over and making these assignments possible. What more do I see from that? This brown group on the top can't join to this 9. It could join to the 1, it could join to the 10, but in both of those cases it's going to take one or the other of these cells. So it looks like one kind of conceptual block is we're not going to be able to take this purple group more than one cell to the right. So where this is an 8 with a 12, this has to be at least 9 large. This would be 5, 6, 7. This orange group also has to be at least 9 large. It's got as many as 6 taking that cell, 7, 8. So that looks pretty key. I think the next place to go is actually with this tension back to the bottom. So this red group can't join to the 6, so it has to come further to the right. It's now 5 cells. All these numbers are too small to join with. This 10 and 11 it can't reach to, so this 10 on the bottom is what it joins to. And if we now cycle back with those limits, we've got a 7, 9 group in blue that need 8 cells. There are only 8 cells for it to take. This 7, 10 connection needs at least 8 cells. It needs to take this one. This pink group's now going to have to start growing to the right. This yellow group has to go to the right. It's not going to be the same as the 6 group, so let's bring in a new color. Now coming back to the tension at the top, this orange group is currently with a cell as many as 8, so it needs this for 9. This purple group can take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down to here. Pink needs to then come across. Yellow will need to come and grow to be at least 6. So gray's got to come this side, yellow to here, black here. Red at the bottom of 7 cells needs 8 cells. Orange has 8 cells, needs 9. Purple, see, purple is 8, needs 1 more. So I think everything to finish this puzzle is now going to be thinking about the top and what comes together. One of the first things to probably note is that this 9 and the 11 no longer look like they can join. At the start of this puzzle, it might have seemed possible to get 10 cells around them, but if you put those 10 cells in, nothing else is going to work for them. So this 9 coming to the left and these coming down is going to be a tension in the grid. That means the 8 with the 1 go together, the 9 with the 2, the 10 with the 3, the 11 with the 7. So coming back to our colors, this looks fine, but we need to still get a 9th cell in purple. Let's come back to another shade we've used over here. This 2 to this 9 doesn't need any more than what we marked. This 3 to this 10 looks fine, but if we come to this gray group, it has 7 cells, needs an 8th cell. And so if we just put borders around all these colors, now we would have a confirmed solution. So I'll go through and do that. So hope you got something through this video. It was a good challenge for Murat to use all these middle-sized digits, the 7s and 8s, both inside the clock and outside the clock to drive this thinking. Really good example of the pairing of clues being key for the solve of the puzzle. It also is a case where knowing just how you can convert the pen-pal edit style to allow for colors is a good technique in this. So through the tab menu, turning on surface, you can get options to different solving interfaces if you don't like the default one for the style. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you again soon.